Hey guys, I've been asked about the amenities that will be offered in Migrating Culture Crossing, so we're going to discuss that when I return on the Eric McNeil Be Free Show.
Black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual, free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, we are free at last.
Hey guys, welcome to the Eric McNeil Be Free Show, where we discuss being financially independent, responsible for self, enjoying life, and empowering others free. So today I want to discuss the question I'm getting a lot, which is, of course, the amenities. Anytime you talk about a community, people quite naturally want to know, well, what amenities are you going to have within the community? So we're going to discuss that. I have a long list to go over, so this is going to be a while for you guys that like these very short videos. This one might be a bit longer here, so just bear with me. And and I want to say this before we start, is that our community, first and foremost, is about easy access to organic food. That's the most important thing, is food first, is what we're after. So what we're doing is people want to come back and they want to purchase land within the community. Well, we're not selling land, we're only selling homes, and you get the plot of land that comes with the house, but you can't just come back there and buy a plot of land and sit on it or do whatever. You can come back and buy your house. It has land with it. Now the plots will be fairly small, and we'll do a different video because depending on the home size that you purchase, the land could actually vary a little bit, but you won't have these very large plots of land because we'll have a huge community food forest that you have access to. But you'll still have your plot of land, and you do whatever you want to in your plot of land as long as it complies with the covenants. So anyway, I'm going to go over the amenities in the community, and we'll just take it from there. All right? So the first amenity is that these units are going to be fully furnished, okay? They come furnished. Because basically, Migrating Culture Crossing will be a sustainable community plus a resort. And it is our goal to have visitors coming from all around the world to visit Migrating Culture Crossing and the University of Environment and Sustainable Development to learn about sustainable practices and take them back to their country. That's what we want people to think about when they think about Migrating Culture Crossing. I can go there, I can vacation, and I can even learn about sustainable practices to go and create my own sustainable community. You know, we're about sharing. We want people to come here and learn what we're doing so they can take it back and share it however they... So in doing that, we know that we'll have people who want to purchase a home, and they don't necessarily want to live here, but they want to be able to come vacation, maybe a few weeks or even a few months out of the year. And so we want to have the places furnished. So our prices include furniture, okay? It includes furniture down to the television and the silverware and the pots and the pans, the beds, everything. So it includes a fully furnished home when you hear our prices. So, you know, people might think, hey, it's a little expensive, but this is everything, okay? These are fully furnished places, almost like a hotel room, but they're actually our guest house, but they're actually homes, okay? The next amenity is that they come with fitted hardwood kitchen cabinets, right? So these the same. If you looked and seen the cabinetry in my house, which a lot of people are asking me about the cabinetry. So we'll have real hardwood kitchen cabinets in these homes, not the fake MDF engineered wood stuff that as soon as it gets wet it starts to buckle. And also there's people that talk about, you know, these things could potentially lead to cancer with those engineered woods. So, you know, this is real hard wood in these. Stainless, fitted stainless appliances. These come with the stove. They come with the refrigerator. So they come with the appliances. Granite countertops, just like in my house. You know, I have granite countertops throughout. You'll have granite countertops in these homes. Porcelain and ceramic floor tiles, so the nicer floor tiles you'll see in these homes. The steel security door, so you'll have a steel security door in these homes. Now, I didn't put a steel security door on my home because it was actually supposed to have been half of the house, and we were gonna put another half, and then we were gonna have a steel security door at the front. But these homes, on any entrance door will be a steel security door. Let's see, the POP ceiling, POP ceiling with the cornice. In the West, in the U.S., we call it crown molding. Here they call it cornice. So you have the nice POP ceilings with like the design up there and the crown molding or the cornice. And also you'll have sliding windows. So in my home, we did the louvers, and we decided that as we build the community, we would not use the louvers, but we would use sliding windows because they're much easier to manage and clean. Let's see, and we will also have some smart home technology. You know, I'm a technology guy. I don't like to overdo it with technology, but I do believe technology can be useful if we don't abuse it, right? You have companies abuse that stuff, and then they just take advantage of it. But we'll have some smart home technology in these homes, you know, that will make it easier for residents. Security cameras, you know, I have security cameras around my home, so we'll do the same with these homes. You'll have security cameras around the homes, even though, you know, you're in you'll be in a gated community, so, but, you know, we will still have security cameras around the homes. Zero energy design, so just like my home, you know, we use the earth bag. We'll use earth blocks there, and it'll still be designed in a way that it's kind of a zero energy efficient home, and it'll offer the thermal mass. And also we'll do the high quality ceiling fans. Here they sell a lot of these little ceiling fans that come from, I think, India, and they're not quality at all. So in my home, we imported, we had the fans. I mean, we didn't import them, but they were imported from Germany. So it's the nicer ceiling fans we'll use. And each home, just like mine, will have the slanted roof, so that it's a rainwater harvesting roof. If you wanted to do rainwater harvesting, you could. And the stainless steel fixtures. And so in my home, we use the stainless fixtures. We'll do the same in these homes as well. And a high quality metal bathtub. So in a lot of homes you have these little plastic bathtubs, and you take 3 or 4 baths and there's like this stain in the tub you can't get rid of, and just terrible. So in my home we put like a high quality metal tub so you wouldn't have that problem. Last forever. We'll do the same in these homes. And also we'll use the universal power outlets, right? So you don't have to be looking for these adapters. You know, it can fit any type of adapter. We'll use that in these homes. And we'll have the DSTV connections. You know, I don't watch TV, but I still have the DSTV connections in this house for those who do. And we'll have a lightning rod on the house so that if lightning hits it, it doesn't take out your electronics. You know, it hits the lightning rod. We'll have those on the home. And we'll have the large kitchen sink, right? You won't have this little bitty kitchen sink that you really can't use. We'll have a, you know, large kitchen sink. And next we'll have a water heater. We haven't quite decided what type of water heater, whether it's going to be just a regular tank water heater like this, or whether it's going to be the solar water heater. We're still investigating, but there will be water heater in the house. And we'll have dust-free window screens, right? If you ever notice in Ghana when Harmattan comes and the sand starts to blow in your house, if you just have the regular window screen, it looks like, you know, the inside of your house is just full of dirt. So what I did was we imported dust-free window screen, so it stops about 80% of that dust from flying and sand from flying into your homes. We have the same in these homes, and we'll have a fence around each property. We'll have a fence around it. So if you do have like small chickens or what have you, you can keep on your property. There will be covenants restricting what you know, how much you can. You just can't come on your property and have no farm right there on no small lot, but you will be able to have some you know, some small poultry and that you can keep there and things like that. Let's see. Next we'll have let's talk about the facilities. So this is a farm to table community. As I've said, that's what this is about, so that your food can go right from that farm and come to your table. It doesn't have to travel 8,000 miles around the world before it gets to you and go through all this process. And it's a farm to table community, and we feel that that's an amenity. And you also will have food sovereignty, right? Because if you're essentially the community is growing its own food, you don't have to too much worry about, oh, is there going to be enough food in the system? Also, so people have been asking me about this. Let me explain this. Is that are there any fees? And I'll explain this one. Actually, I'm gonna save this one. I'm gonna save this one because I need to do a separate video on it to really make sure we drill it home. But anyway, you're gonna have the opportunity to get filtered water at a discount, right? When you go out, I had a guest today, and I took water from the tap and gave him some water, and he was like, oh, right? He's like, my doctor told me not to drink none of that tap water. I was like, well, this is different water. This is not tap water. This is filtered Eric McNeil water. You don't have to worry about this. You know, I don't deal with that tap water either, so I know what he's talking about. But our water is different. We drink our water, and our water is better than the pure water stuff they're selling in these bags, I assure you. So we'll use, you know, we'll have our own water filtration system there, and you'll be able to drink the water right from your tap. So, okay? And you won't have to be bringing in no pure water bags. Let's see, discount, we'll have, you know, discounted organic food, right? Because the residents will be able to have the opportunity to buy food at a discount, and also you'll be able to help within the community and, you know, get some food for free when you're helping. Then you have the access to discounted internet access as well. We'll have our own internet line coming in so that we're not dependent on the service, so we'll negotiate directly to bring in. Hopefully we can bring in a fiber line, so we're in discussions with them now. Let's see. Also, for those people who are not living there, then what we're saying is that we'll offer rental management. So if you live in the U.S. and you decide to buy a property or two back here that you want managed, then we will manage that property for you, rent it out like Airbnb, and we'll do a profit split. But that way, you know that your property is being managed 24/7, 365 days out of the year. It's being cared for. So anytime somebody leaves out of that property, we go in and count, make sure they ain't stole no silverware, make sure the plates is all still there, they ain't broke them up. So, so that's the type of thing that we'll do as a rental management company, to make sure that we take an inventory on what's in there. Let's see. Next is by living here, you have the opportunity essentially to serve others. It's a food-based community, sustainable community, and so you have plenty of opportunities to serve others, and you have access to truly healthy food and clean water, and we offer you a harmonious lifestyle. Right? So it doesn't matter whether you stay in some of these other communities that might be expensive. We're still offering something a little bit more than just a nice community, right? So we want you to see those as also being amenities of living in Migrating Culture Crossing. Let's see, a peaceful environment is what we're creating. And we're going to talk let's see, so a peaceful environment. We're going to have a recreational area. Yes, people were asking me about that. Any kind of recreational area, yes. Recreational area. We'll have some retail and office shops there, and we'll have like an event pavilion. So, like a big pavilion. And there will be a swimming pool, a community swimming pool, and there will be a community gym right there in the community. And let's see, also now get this one, and I'll talk more about this one even on a separate video, because I know people are going to be like, what do you mean by this? But we will have a no car zone, okay? No car zone, meaning you won't just be having cars rolling through the community. Now we'll have a street system, but it won't be really accessible for the residents. It's just primarily for deliveries. If you have deliveries, emergency vehicles, and just pick up transportation. But the homes won't have driveways up to the home. You have a road system going through the community, but any private cars will have to park like up front, so there's a no car zone, and I'll address that on a separate video in more detail. But also we will have a park in the community as well, and I told you that yes, this will be a gated community, and also underground utilities. We won't have no electric poles up top. That we'll have underground utilities and drainage. So also edible landscaping, so that you go outside your door. The idea is to have food outside your door, not just all this grass that have been treated with chemicals to make it look pretty. No, put me some organic food right outside my door. Then you have, then I talked about this already, 24/7 filtered water, right? And you have backup grid electricity. So we'll have solar, we'll have our own solar farm, but at night we'll be tied to the grid to bring power that we've stored So, and also, let's see, and and for some people who need like to have 24 by 7 electricity where it can't go down. Well, we know we're in Ghana, it goes down, and so we'll have 24 by 7 electricity available for those people who need it. Yeah, there'll be a cost, but it'll be available for those who need it. And the community, of course, will be professionally managed so that you have, a management staff on the grounds at all time. And we'll use, some people have asked me about how we will handle waste. We're going to have a combination of digesters and biodigesters. And the digesters are similar to what we in the U.S. call septic tank system. You change them, you service them probably every 5-6 years. Here, in the States, you can service them much longer, but here, maybe every 5-6 years, and it just converts the waste to fertilizer. And then the biodigester, it does the same thing, but it also creates fuel, so it creates a cooking gas as well, so we'll use those. And let's see, other community highlights will include, extensive covenants. All right, so there will be restrictive covenants, and that's to help protect your property value and my property value, okay? Let's see, beyond that, we have, medicinal plants. So it's not only about the food, but it's also about having access to medicinal plants right around the property, right? So, those plants that are growing close to your home, a lot of them would be medicinal plants. So you go and access that. Then natural pesticides, so that's a crucial part of this, is that we're not allowing these harmful chemicals in the community. That's going to be part of our restrictive covenant. So we'll allow natural pesticides, like the pesticides made of neem, and then holistic management and animal care. So everything we're doing is being thought about in a very holistic manner. And it's a self-sufficient type community. And I talked about, we're going to have a community solar farm. So part of that community solar farm is going to be, how we place the solar panels on the various rooftops. And in exchange for doing that, the resident can opt out of that system, but in exchange for allowing us to place solar panels on your rooftop, which we will pay for, we will manage, is that you're going to have access to even cheaper electricity, even cheaper internet access, cheaper water. So everything for you is going to be even cheaper by you allowing us to place solar panels on your house. And we manage those solar panels and manage your roof. As long as we have those solar panels, we manage your roof as well. Let's see. And then also, you have great neighbors. One of the issues with moving to Ghana for a lot of people is that you can come and you build a nice house, and it's still, you're not around like-minded people. Like, for me, I'm out here, and people love where I'm at. They're like, the guy just left today, and he's like, man, this is paradise. This is paradise. And but so many of us are spread out, so finding like-minded people is not always easy here because you're so spread out. So within this community, you'll have great neighbors sharing common interests, so that's another amenity. And then we'll be practicing agroforestry, where it's not just about farming in this industrial way, but it's about planting trees and having grass and shrubbery growing around places so that, you're supporting the environment. So that's what we're about. And soil regeneration and ecology is also what we'll be practicing. And the community will be free of fungicides, herbicides, and pesticides, right? Those harmful chemicals will not be used. They will not be allowed within the community, period. Doesn't matter whether you want to use them on your own property or whether you, it doesn't matter. They won't be allowed within the community, and it will be written into the restrictive covenants, okay? Let's see. Now, and it's also a zero waste upcycling and recycling community. So within the covenants, each resident is required to participate in recycling. You'll have to take your waste to established area, and you have to recycle any plastics you bring or what have you, right? So again, that's part of the covenants, that you have to participate in recycling. We won't have these plastics and all of that stuff thrown around the community, so you have to participate in recycling. All right, so that is pretty much everything. So you let me know what you think about the amenities. And what we believe is that our community will offer amenities beyond what you can find in most other communities. Plus, we have a strong focus on the organic access, access to organic food, rather. So we believe that, our community is the best of both worlds. So it will be a one-of-a-kind community, right? You will not find another community that is doing quite what we are doing. We have made it our mission to create a planned, sustainable community that is almost similar to a village, right? That's what we're doing. If I go down and look how they live down here in the village, down the hill from me, we're creating a community like that village have. And we're just updating it a little bit, but essentially that's how they live. This is kind of a high-tech or updated village that we're creating here. All right, so that's it for now. Some of these items I'll go more into detail with, like the no-car zone. We'll go into more detail on another video. But again, let me know what you think about the amenities. And if you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button. Like, share, comment. Let me know what you think. And you can find me on Facebook at facebook.com/Eric McNeil is free. And as always, hoorah, ahuru. Now be free.